Hi, this is Vikram here from Kylas, and today we are on the second episode of Basecamp. Last time we quickly discussed how to set up a basic CRM and what are the basic entities in a CRM and how to set this up. Today we are going to talk about B2B marketing, which entails account-based marketing called ABM and list-based marketing. The only difference is account-based marketing, you are focusing more on enterprise, a set of companies and engaging multiple stakeholders and reaching out to them in a company. Compared to that, a list-based marketing is you're loading up a huge list or a database and you are relentlessly sending out messaging and capturing data and signals. So if you need a big outreach, list-based marketing will work for you. For enterprise, where your set of customers is smaller or you want to do retention marketing, account-based marketing will work better. So let's start with the first step. The first step is obviously identifying the ICPs or the company's ideal company profile or customer profile that you want to go after, right? And you can do it seamlessly. We are integrated with Apollo. We are integrated through N10 with 𝗓𝗏, EasyLeads and other companies, or you can build your own scrapers on other company through N10 and do this step. So in any database you can plug in, you can have a simple scraper on N10. We have API integrations with 𝗓𝗏, 𝗕𝗀𝗄, and you can identify your companies and contacts and load it up in the system. So this is called a prospect pipeline or a lead pipeline. So at this point, primarily what you do is each company plus one contact becomes a lead for reach out, to which you will do a lot of marketing activities around. And so that's your prospect pipeline. Once somebody is engaged, wants to do a deal, they move to the deal pipeline, where you have a company, a primary contact and other multiple contacts or decision maker for a particular deal on which you need to track and manage things, right? So right now we're talking about, we're identifying companies, loading up the database through different platforms and starting from there. So while looking at the database, you can segment your companies based on geography, by kind of an industry. You can also put a filter on seniority and the kind of, so if you are selling an HR software, you need to target the HR generalist. If you are selling a CRM like us, you need to go after salespeople or the CEOs of a company, depending on the size, right? So segment the right contacts in the company to go after. Obviously, you keep the leadership always in loop, so they have heard about you and they have some touch point or knowledge about the company. So after that, primarily when you load up the database, there are a couple of issues you face, right? Ideally, you want the database to be having kind of all the phone numbers of the people you want to go after. So if you have a previous database, that's fabulous, where you have attended events and all these and you have the phone numbers of people. Just recheck on LinkedIn if they are still with the same company, update the data and upload it. There is a CSV format or an Excel update format also that you can straight away upload in the system. So that helps too. Just couple of steps before you get into advanced targeting and email campaigns and all these is you need to verify your email addresses, so you reduce your bounce rate. So primarily use tools like Zero Bounce or some other tools to kind of verify your email addresses. Or in Apollo, you can go after the database which only has verified email addresses, and it might cost you a bit more. Or if you don't want to do that and it's cheaper to kind of just run it through a Zero Bounce again at a cheaper cost, and that also works for you. So here is the interesting part now. Step 3 is define your sales process upfront, right? So you can either build, if you have multiple sales teams for outreach, so multiple go-to-market GTMs going on. Some companies might have an email-based GTM that they want to churn data with, and marketing-based, some people might have outbound GTM, country-wise different teams. So set up your pipelines as per your process. If you're running a single process, a single pipeline will work for you. If you're running 2 teams and multiple processes, set up different pipelines for them. For example, you might have an enterprise team and you might have an SMB team. Depending on what is your process, set up your pipeline accordingly. If you just have one sales team, a single pipeline is what you should go with. At this point, some people might also work through a lot of channel partners, right? So you want to nurture them, you want to get leads through them. So you can upload all your channel partners in a database, and that also becomes your outreach pipeline. So the next most important step is kind of setting up the triggers or scores to understand once you start the outreach, who's engaged, right? So primarily it's extremely important to write your whole sales process and storyline and touch points with your customer and your marketing plan, right? So when you envision your marketing plan, you need to know what are the touch points with the customer. Am I going to be just sending emails? So set up email scorings. Am I also going to be using channels like WhatsApp, SMS? Set up scoring for that. So have they opened my email? Have they read my email? Do I have a link click? Have they opened my WhatsApp? So everything is kind of giving you a higher score. We have a full-fledged scoring engine on the platform, built on the platform, to give you kind of an idea on where kind of the lead has reached. We also have positive and negative scoring. So for example, if somebody's picked up a call and then he doesn't pick up a call next 3 times, you can also put that negative scoring in place. Or he hasn't responded to an email, you can also, so you can kind of technically then you nudge the customer through some other medium. For example, you can do some cross calling if he's not picking up your call, instead of the deal getting lost, right? So you get a lot of signals there. So which scores are going up, what scores are going down. So each trigger is very, very important, and you can set up workflows. We have scoring workflows. You can have demo booked, visited website, WhatsApp replied. Each trigger informs you kind of is your content strategy working, is your marketing working, are you able to engage the people you want. And obviously as your marketing is live, and let's assume your campaigns are also live at the same time, you can also connect the same pipeline to Facebook, to Meta and Google through directly through the system. So we have already connected the data to Facebook, to Meta and Google. So you can do custom targeting or lookalike the way you want. You can also plug in tools like B2B, Warmly, to kind of do a reverse IP, or people who have visited, or the companies who have visited your website. You can again set up a workflow. If you have a company, again go back and find the key stakeholders and add it to your lead pipeline, and already increase the score and go after them, because you've got an increased score already on day 1. So now next step is obviously personalizing the outreach. Let's talk about how to personalize. So a lot of AI plays a part here, right? Now once you start an outreach, all your AI platforms will start kicking in here. So first of all, you can bring in your variables of name, first name, last name, company name. You can use n8n to kind of enrich and pull company information, and we have AI based email kind of writers to write an email to get the latest stuff going on with the company. Or you can set up your templates. So firstly, all the Outlook and Gmail accounts kind of connect with the system directly. You can set up your trial accounts and warm it up a little bit. If you have accounts which are already in use, which are already warmed up, what I would recommend is just create a separate account for every sales user. So here's where things start getting interesting, when we do a no per user cost, right? In other systems, if you want to warm up accounts and you want to behave like you have a virtual SDR, it's problematic because you'll have to pay for every additional SDR that you are putting out there. While what we say, you pay us based on data consumption, your workflow consumption, and you can add as many SDRs as you want. Again, to avoid pitfalls, do not sell more than 100 emails per day. Start off with 10, 15, 20 emails. Gradually increase it over a period to 100 per day over a period of 15 to 20 days, right? And kind of out of the box Google Connects. So you have your own YAM built within our platform. So you can load up a list and you can upload the list, you can bulk send emails. The delivery rate is extremely good, so you can select 5 salespeople, their clones, who are kind of sending out 50 or 100 emails out every day, and it works fabulously. The bounce rate is very low. Don't abuse the system, obviously. It will blacklist your domain at that point, or you can set up a different domain to do the outreach if you really are planning to go gung-ho on the outreach, right? And save yourself the pain. But obviously Google Outlook, everything integrates out of the box in the system. So while we personalize outreach, you can have multiple touch points, right? So you can sequence that also based on workflows and trigger. So if an email is opened, you want to do an auto call, kind of that is IVR also integrates, WhatsApp also integrates with the platform. Next one is if you want to create a direct touch point, you can either send a WhatsApp first saying that so and so we think you are interested in our product. Would you like to talk, or what's a good time to talk, and send a Calendly link or just reply on the WhatsApp. We have a WhatsApp chatbot which is AI integrated, which can handle all these. So which is a very great thing, because you can load up all the WhatsApp conversations and all these into your AI platforms and quickly build a chatbot which can respond to this, right? So very, very crucial. Same thing can happen with email. You can set up an email trigger to read the email and reply to the email. So a lot of things are automated for you from the outreach and personalization. So AI helps with a lot of personalization here. Obviously, first we recommend that you keep a little bit of watch on the system as the system is getting trained. Once you are sure that so workflows, you trigger it for notification and a little bit manual input initially. Once your systems have enough data and you think the LLMs are giving you the right feedback, you can automate the whole process. So next part is obviously your workflow engine and how to automate a lot of workflows. And you can talk to different LLMs. You can talk to a ChatGPT, Claude. We have integrations already built with that, or you can call any AI engine through n8n. So we have our own workflow engine. You can also use an n8n engine to do this. Our APIs are fully exposed to n8n. We are soon releasing our node on n8n, probably in the next couple of weeks, which will make it even easier. Our workflow engine is quite powerful and can handle a lot of stuff. But if you need an agentic platform, we are fully compatible with n8n for that. And so you can, anything that is related with the system, so auto assign high intent accounts to the right rep, trigger reminders, notifications, emails, that we recommend to do through the system. You can build a lot of automation through the platform. Extremely powerful workflow engine. We will be releasing our MCP servers through, so any other agentic can talk to you for any kind of workflow. So we'll quickly now get into how to set up our scoring engines, right? So for example, let's see if I have sent an email, somebody has opened my email, I'm going to set a score of 20 if my email is open. I can set it, also do kind of a combination of workflow and scoring. So on the other side, if they have opened my WhatsApp, I can increase the score. So I can write multiple rules and loop the rules there in the scoring engine to write a very powerful scoring engine to understand. This is very important because this allows you to understand your interaction of a person with the brand, right? And there can be multiple touch points which you cannot track manually. So we can do it across telephony, across all communication channels, including email, WhatsApp, your Slack, Teams, any channel you want to go after. We can build a scoring engine around it. Okay. So now we assume that you have basically set up your database, you have verified your emails, you have your right pipelines in place, you have connected your Meta accounts and your Google accounts through the system, and we start an outreach campaign. So you started your marketing campaign, you started your email outreach, you started your WhatsApp campaign, you've got your outbound team which is calling out. All this has started is what you assume. So the next step would be now to understand what's working, what's not, is my content working, is it not working, what tweaks do I make, how to get a full funnel kind of a reporting platform. So one very important thing, so every CRM will give you aggregate reporting, what's happening in an aggregate way at this point. So usually it becomes very tricky to get marketing reports because marketing you want to get daily trends and weekly trends. So that snapshot of time, not every TH CRM will store. You need BI platforms for that. So we dump all our data into any BI. So we are connected to OpenBI. We are connected to Looker Studio, Mix Panels. You can choose any one of the BI platforms and connect to it for a time-based reporting. So let's now talk about what reporting we can get in Kylas for a full funnel reporting, right? I have started my campaigns. I want to know kind of what accounts or which leads do I need to work on. Either I can set up workflows which will push it to a warm deal or a lead pipeline. The fabulous thing is we've got Kanban view on everything. So you can move it between pipelines visually. It's very, very beautiful to understand how leads are moving. And also we have an extremely powerful reporting engine. So we are going to build a couple of reports for you. So to understand pipeline velocity, what is my conversion ratio, what are my account engagement trends, how is my pipeline velocity. I can also understand my rep level performance. So you can go understand averages. So if you are giving your reps a certain amount of leads, some of them are able to convert better, not convert better. We have recently brought in a lot of AI tools. So the next part is how to make your salesperson more efficient and train him better. So primarily all the calls can be recorded back through Sappleback or any other platform that you want. All the meetings can be transcribed. A transcription comes into the platform. You can set up follow-up tasks depending on your transcription that has come back. We have also recently released the sentiment analysis based on what sentiment is passed on by the customer, and score your salesperson, right? Does he need coaching? Does he not need coaching? Is he doing well? Is he doing and kind of how many calls have a good or bad sentiment and all these things. Not only that, we'll be bringing in a coaching engine soon. So not only you have a full-fledged engine with a outreach to marketing to tracking your spends and everything. We have also recently released our campaign module. You can track and run your email campaigns, your WhatsApp campaigns. Will soon be able to track your Facebook and Meta campaigns and Google campaigns that you can anyways do right now. We've got a lot of connectors, and as I said, you can do it in OpenBI or Looker Studio right now, and happy to set up the framework for you. So you understand full funnel marketing on is your outreach working, if you are getting a lot of marketing qualified leads. From there is how many of your salespeople are able to take it to a proposal, negotiation, which ones are struggling. You got a lot of AI plugged into understand sentiment. So you've got a very comprehensive kind of a B2B marketing and a sales platform with Kylas. And the most important part is it's an enterprise grade platform at a very reasonable cost. You would not have seen such a powerful platform at such a reasonable cost. Would love you guys to give it a try, and feel free to ask any questions. Happy to help here. So I guess today's part of Basecamp is covered. We have covered a lot of stuff, and how a full B2B marketing can be set up, how to run full B2B marketing. We have seen it in action. A full-fledged reporting platform, a campaign management platform, outreach platform, sales management platform, sales sentiment analysis, AI, all the good stuff is there. So hope this helps and gets your B2B marketing to the next level. Thank you.